What's up, traders? Going, I believe, 5 for 5 today. We'll have to check. I don't remember if I took 2 trades on 2 of these tickers or just 1. I think I had a partial left. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll go over it. BRN, I know I took 2 trades because we had 2 separate entries on this one. First one was very frustrating. I tried to get an ad up here towards the top. It was a little spready, so I was hitting the ask and I wasn't getting filled. Again, if you want to watch any of these trades live, head over to down to the pinned comment below. There'll be a link there to go over to Twitch to the highlights section, which will have all of the trades that I make live on the stream right there for your viewing pleasure. And here on YouTube, though, don't forget to like and subscribe. The like button helps the YouTube algorithm. So does the subscriptions. It helps the channel. And I've noticed that there's like 80% of you that have not subscribed. Come on, get with it. Let's go. All right. Anyways, back to BRN. Ended up being a break-even trade. It just wouldn't break down from where we had got in. And so we took it off. It did try to go higher and then ultimately failed. But then popped up on the scanners again. And so we're looking for the extension away from that previous high. We get a nice little pop up through 5 as well, up to 520. And we get an entry, 513. High ended up being 519. So I had an order out at like 480 something. I don't remember what it was. And but it kind of stopped at like the 496 area. So I hit my take half, cover 50% button. And as I hit that at 497, it jumped and we got filled at 507 for half of our position. So that was very frustrating. And then immediately dropped back down. So when it dropped back down, we took the rest off because it didn't seem to want to go any lower. And as you can see, if we scroll in, it did try to go higher, but then ultimately ended up failing pretty big time. So a little frustrating there. Overall on BRN, but hey, 2 green, well, actually the first one was break even and then a green trade there. So is what it is. The next trade was on PXS. This was a dollar ticker. Well, we took some decent size on it, 250 and 250. So we ended up with 500 shares on this. And we were just looking for that dollar break, we were looking for the dollar reject at first because it kind of made a decent move up to $1. Figured it might just reject there. And if it didn't, we were going to look to add some, which we did. And it ended up working out. Of course, we had an order at 89, I think. And we weren't getting filled, so ended up dragging it up to 91, and then right after that, for the rest of our shares, it dropped down. So would have got that fill at 89, but I had the full position there, I think, at 89. So I ended up taking half off, and then we got the flush. So I think we ended up making more by doing that. So that was a decent trade on PXS, and I think as we were in PXS, ENSV also happened. And I think this is the one, that we let go back. So this is the one I wasn't sure if it was 2 trades or not, but it wasn't. So we ended up getting 1 trade here, started it right on 250. Again, it went right up to 250, kind of started the struggle. So we got a starter and figured if it went up, we would just get the other half of that starter on the other side, 250, which it did. It struggled to come down. It actually popped up a little bit higher to 275. And I don't even remember if I was live. I don't think I was live at this point. But I hit the button and I'll see if it's still in here. It didn't fill me because I had put the take profit orders in. Yeah, it's not going to show me up close. And so the take profit order was down here at like 220 something. So when I tried to hit short for another 150, I think it was. Yeah, I tried to hit for another 150 up here at 270. I didn't get filled because my limit order was too far away, which I don't really understand. It's like if I want a limit order at 220 and the price is up at 270, then good, fill me up at 270 and I'll be happy. But I guess with DOS, I don't know if it's like a security feature or something, but they won't fill you if your limit price is too far away. And this isn't a first time thing. This has happened to me before, but it rejected me at first. And by the time I saw it on the montage and I was like, why didn't I get filled? It had already dropped down. Like the price started to drop down. So it was a little unfortunate. We didn't get the extra shares up there and our average would have been up a little bit. And then we got the drop. So we took most of it off. We were down to 75 of the 300 shares. And our average was 252. So I did let these go against me just a little bit, but I figured, pretty big drop. We were going to get some kind of a bounce. I was going to let it make that bounce, and then I was cutting them at the highs. But as you can see, it tried to come back down, and then it started making these higher lows. So I just, as it broke this candle, I was like, it tried to come back down, and then it started to go back up. So I took it off. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. Then our last ticker was SPI. This one, this was 2 trades. Okay, so technically 6 for 6. I remember now. So this thing was popping, and it's SSR, so you got to get filled on the ask. And it pops up through 350, and it went to 374 and it started to jiggle. So I had 200 shares loaded, which I can actually show you this so you don't think I'm, getting over on you here, making up some kind of a story. We put 200 shares out right here. You can see it accepted 370, 1355. Well, it fills us, and I'm looking at the chart because this thing's like, it was whipping and there was a little bit of a spread. So I got filled, or at least I thought I got filled at 370, and I immediately put my take profit out at 354. And I was filled in 4 seconds. You can see the order 16, 1355, 16 to 1355.20. I was filled. And I was like, holy crap, 200 shares, 16 cents. I was doing the math. I was like, 30 some dollars. I look over and I made $1.92 or whatever it is. And I was like, what the heck? And then I look down here at the orders and I'm like, 12 shares? Are you effing kidding me? It gave me 12 out of the 200 shares. And that was the move we got. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I got the short and it dropped, but we only got 12 out of the 200 shares. So a little frustrating there. It did pop back up. And this time we were pretty close to the whole dollar, but it was struggling here. And we got a nice little pop back up. So I hit the short button for just 100 shares at 386. The high was 390. And I was looking for it to go through to add more. Like I was going to probably add 200 up there to get my average up over 4 if it happened, but it didn't. We took 75% off here. And again, I only had 25 shares at this point. So I was willing to let it go through 4 and I was going to smash it again, probably for 200 again. So my average pretty much would have been wherever I hit it. But as you can see, it didn't. It started to come back down and it started to struggle in the same area again. I was really hoping for that 350 test, but it just kept struggling right here. It wouldn't go any lower. So I ended up just taking them off. I didn't want to give anything back. And yeah, that was it. Yeah, SPY is absolutely the real SPY, SPY, is just getting demolished today. It just made new lows and it looks like it's going even lower. Nice little bounce back in the pre-market, but since we've opened, it's just been down. So usually we get those late day rallies. I don't know, maybe they're eating up some liquidity before they do it, or maybe this is an actual drop back down to that 410 level. I don't know. We'll see. But again, don't forget to like and subscribe. A lot of you watching are not subscribed. Please, it helps the channel out. It would let me know that you care. It'll show me the appreciation that I know you want to give me anyway. So find me in the Discord, find me on Twitter, or you can find me here tomorrow morning on Twitch. And I'll see you then. Peace.